This whole obsession really began on September 13th. My eyes were sore from having been on the computer for so long, so I decided to spend the rest of my awake time reading Jojo Rabbit by Taika Waititi. This script here is great and funny, and it's outgoing, very courageous, but it's not reserved in a nice space. It doesn't leave out any feelings that one can't bear to see on screen. It gets together these ideas that we already have, and it appears to be a story that everyone can relate to, but it really is dictated by Taika's own inner vision, and he has such standards, and he is like a guardian of those standards, but also like an active participant, which is so charming to see, like him being a writer, a director, a producer, and an actor. It's very like, I don't know how he sees it all through. It's tremendous, to say the least, but it really is his own vision, and I don't think that anyone, I know no one could really like take that away from him, and it's hard to dissect it, much less than review it. But somehow, if I can manage to go over the script, I would hope that maybe some writers will be inspired by it. A script should hit. I know there's like really broad, lines, like a start, a middle, an end. But this film, conceptually, it's like on the page all the way. And I think that's important. I think Sam Rockwell, I saw him in an interview, and he was saying how this is one of the best scripts. It was the best script that he's ever read. And that seems kind of hard to say, even more harder to realize that's an actual person who probably reads loads of scripts. It's like, how, wow. But the details that go into making a Taika Waititi film are the sum total of statements like this that either make someone say this is the greatest thing I've ever read, or this is the worst thing, it destroyed my faith in movies. The way that Taika sees things, it's he's responsible for the function of everything in this movie as well. I take that back, because it's a shame, because we have such great people, but of course I can't see those because I'm just doing a screenplay review. I'm just like countering what I can see on the page, which is all him. It really is just like, you can see he loves the actual process of making a movie, and is fascinated by all of the details that are inherent in this like unique combination of visuals, music, dialogue. It's such a collaborative process, and I think that sometimes we can have one element that frequently dominates the conception or execution of a film, but the major force behind Taika's films seems to just be generally the characters, and how each of them are like connoisseurs of their own little bit of trouble making. And they do have someone that's like saying, hey, stop that, don't do it. They have this opposition against them that's like this differentiating force that's like, hey, we don't like, we have an attitude about who you are, and we kind of regard you as this type of person, and it's best that you kind of like, go away or do something else. And they actually say that. It's kind of like unapologetic as well, and that's so funny to see. It's, like I said, it's extraordinarily difficult to, I think, win someone over with the disagreements that they might have initially, considering it's a film about Nazis. But I think that for what he's done in the script, it's really the furthest thing away from egocentric, aggressive, or exhausting, or like possibly like people could walk away thinking that I want to be a Nazi. I don't think anyone would have that sort of impression to demand that like expectation of themselves because of the life of this movie. I think that it employs something completely different without even realizing that it's something like this.